This is Cook, a railway town on the Nullarbor Plain in South Australia, not far from the Western Australian border, and the flying doctor can be called at any time. This time the doctor is landing on a regular periodic visit. They'll treat between 30 and 40 patients, some of whom may have come as far as 300 miles.
A mantle of safety for the outback. From 1928, at its founding 94 years ago, right through to present day, the Royal Flying Doctor Service is ready for takeoff.
Over the years, it's just grown so that we now have a doctor available for every flight. So we've employed a lot of doctors. Obviously we've now grown to doing a lot more than just the emergency retrieval.
The Royal Flying Doctor Service, Dubbo Base, provides primary health services, dentistry and mental health assistance. Doctors here travel to towns that are too small to support a GP.
Sometimes we'll go to pick up a patient in ICU that needs more intensive care than what they can get at the site they're at, or needs a higher level of specialist service. And sometimes we go to a patient that's in such a small hospital that there's just sort of no one there that can provide the critical care that we can.
It's a job that can be unpredictable and requires all sorts of training.
We actually train for this. We actually train all of our doctors up into how to put a person in a ute or a four-wheel drive and then bring them to the plane and put them on the planes.
Doctors here say they often see communities rally together.
You'll go to a station to help maybe a sick child, or someone's had an accident on a station, and by the time we get there, which is it's quite a long period of time, by the time I get there, there'll be a nurse from a neighbouring station, or there'll just be some people who heard over a radio and they thought they'd come because they had a medical chest and they could provide some assistance. Like, it's brilliant. It's amazing how the community pulls together.
This is one of 4 RFDS planes based right here in Dubbo that every day delivers urgent medical care to outback communities. On board the aircraft is medical equipment used in ICU.
We're set up really as a mini intensive care, so this is called a stretcher bridge. All of the equipment has to be tested for the aviation environment, so everything that we make has got to be tested.
In 1954, the Broken Hill base received a visit from Queen Elizabeth II.
The Queen saw this famous organisation at first hand, and over the air met the great outback it serves.
Sounds like she was quite impressed with what she saw, because the next year in 1955 she then wrote a letter to the Prime Minister and said that the Flying Doctor Service can now become the Royal Flying Doctor Service.
Members of the RFDS feel happy to be helping others.
We're a charity that's here to do good, and it's really nice. You're doing something that's good for other people. It's really nice.
The visitor centre is open to everyone wanting to experience what it's like to be part of the Royal Flying Doctor Service.